Dear students, in this video session, we will study about National Level Water Commissions and its divisions. So, as we all know that there is a National Water Policy 2012 which mainly concentrates on the development and management of the water resources, where many policies and drafts were prepared in order to manage this water resources. The same way, this National Water Level Commission also works on the principle that the proper management and the conservation of the water resource has to be done. So we will see what are the different divisions which comes under this National Level Water Commissions. In the most significant reforms in water sectors, the government lie in process of ordering a complete restructuring of the organizations possible for regulating the use of water resource with an objective of bringing in greater efficiency, planning better, and increased emphasis on conservation of water. So there is many different organizations which are taking care of the water resources, which can be efficiently used and it can be planned in a better manner so that we can conserve the water resource. The main aim of the commission is to monitor, analyze and assist on water problems. So the main aim of this National Water Commission is to monitor, analyze and assist the problems which are related to the water resources. The key function of National Water Commission will include incentive state governments to implement irrigation projects in the reform mode. So this commission or the National Level Water Commission mainly looks after the different projects where the reform of the water can be done in different mode, where the irrigation is one of the major project which is to be looked after. Second is lead the national aquifer mapping and groundwater management program. Means the mapping of the groundwater, where exactly it is present, and the management of the groundwater will be carried out through this commission. Third is develop a location and specific program for rejuvenation of rivers. So there are certain places where the rivers are dried up. So this commission looks after the project where the rebirth of the rivers can be done, where the rejuvenation process is carried out so that the water flowage can be easily maintained. So these three are called as the key functions of National Water Commissions. Next we will see the different divisions which comes under this National Level Water Commissions. So first one is Central Water Commission, second is Central Groundwater Board, third National Water Resource Council, fourth National Water Board, fifth the Central Groundwater Authority, sixth the National Committee, seventh is NGOs. So these are all the different commissions which comes under this Central Water Commissions, or some of the divisions of this National Level Water Commissions. So we'll see one by one what are these in detail. First one is Central Water Commission. This commission is tasked for managing surface water and its associated structures like dams, bridges, overseas irrigation project, flood management and drinking water supply. So this commission mainly looks after the water which is stored on the surface, where different structures are being constructed in order to store the water, such as dams, bridges, overseas and some of the irrigation projects which are carried out through the canal system, where the flood management is also done, as well as the drinking water supply is carried out by constructing these structures. So this Central Water Commission mainly looks after the water which is stored on the surface of the earth through some of the structures. Basic documents and drafts, water policy and assisting ministry is done under the Central Water Commission. So preparation of some of the documents as well as the draft is also maintained by this Central Water Commission, which mainly assists the ministry affairs. Second is Central Groundwater Board. It is largely concerned with the quality of the groundwater. So this Central Groundwater Board mainly concentrates on the groundwater resources, that too especially with the quality of the groundwater. Since Central Water Commission and Central Groundwater Board lacks in expertise in water utilization, environmental and socio-economic issues and the efficient irrigation management to deal with the present day challenge of droughts, floods, climate change, food and water security. So due to the lack of expertization, this Central Groundwater Board and Central Water Commission are failing in proper utilization of the available water resource, where the proper management of the environment, the ecosystem as well as the irrigation management is not possible even during the disasters such as climate change, floods, droughts, etc. The Central Groundwater Board has also not been able to achieve sufficient awareness about the groundwater recharge. The groundwater recharge system need to protect them and regenerate them. So the availability of the groundwater is more only when we conserve the groundwater resource or when we recharge the groundwater. So due to this, the lack of the knowledge about the water resource as well as the recharging of the groundwater, we are facing the scarcity of water. So all these issues are looked after by the Central Groundwater Board. The third one is National Water Resource Council. The council performs the function of approving water relative policies through the evaluation of consensus. So this mainly performs the function of approving the policies. So some of the policies are to be approved, where after that only we can make use of the water in a consensus manner. So this National Water Resource Council looks after the different policies. Fourth is National Water Board. The board assists the National Water Resource Council, the Ministry of Water Resource, that is agency. It has a crucial role of drafting the agenda of National Water Resource Council and the important function of decision making. So this National Water Board assists the different councils which are looking after the policies and the management of the water resources. Fifth is the Central Groundwater Authority. It has a legal power to regulate the exploration of river water in order to ensure the environmental damage is due to over exploitation of groundwater. So this has the authority of the extraction of the groundwater, that is the exploration of the water from the rivers can be easily done when we concern this Groundwater Authority agency. The Central Groundwater Agency has no general powers of regulating groundwater use. So this individually cannot take any rules and regulations, or they don't have the power to extract the groundwater resources. Sixth is the National Committee. This committee participate in the declaration of various specialized subjects such as hydrology, irrigation, drainage, hydraulics, research, etc. for deciding research areas, also in evolving a consensus at the professional level. So this committee, that is the National Committee, mainly consists of various specialized subjects where all are concerned towards the water resource. Maybe the hydrology field, where it completely studies about the water, the irrigation system, the drainage patterns, the hydraulics, and also the researchers which mainly help in the professional level. Seventh is non-government agencies or the NGOs. The NGOs act as watchdogs to pressurize the state government and central government in regard to various executive decision and policy evolution. As and when the policies are reformed, these non-government organizations are the one which arise the conflicts, or they just arise the queries so that the proper policies and the laws are to be done regarding the water use. So these are all some of the seven different divisions which comes under this national level water commissions.